Tough game ahead of us Sunday. Arkansas is a really dynamic team, very hard to guard, explosive offensive team, and can be very disruptive on defense. So, this time of year, everybody is trying to win games and trying to improve position and make sure it's a successful season. So, very important game for our team. And we've had a good week to try to rest a little bit and round back into some form of health, and then had a good session yesterday. So 2 more practice days to get ready for a very good Arkansas team.
Question? Do you prepare any differently for a team that takes that many threes?
Well, you certainly pay attention to that, and you have to, be well prepared for what they do, and they pose a lot of challenges in the game, and the 3-point shot's a big weapon for them. We've made about the same amount as both teams have made about the same amount. They've taken so many. They take so many. It's such a big part of their offense that you do have to pay attention, but they also have some very good players who can put the ball on the floor. So they're very versatile. So you can't get focused in on just one thing, but you certainly have to pay attention to their ability to make threes.
Maybe going into this final push here, are there 1 or 2 things that you're really trying to hone in on with your team?
Well, there's not going to be a lot of wholesale changes this time of year. We have rounded into kind of who we are, and we just have to be that very best version. And I think what will indicate that is if we can play with tremendous energy and effort versus each opponent, and then the focus to try to attack those opponents to the best of our ability so we can win. And I think. It would be great to continue to shoot the ball well. That's not something you can always bank on. We work really hard at shooting. But I think if we could come out each night really with a great energy and a great effort and focus on the details that are necessary to take care of that opponent, I think that's really what we're looking for. We've been a team all year that's beaten a variety of opponents in a variety of ways, and so I think the consistent thing for us when we're really at our best is that energy and that effort, and that's what I'd love to see us be able to bring every night down the stretch here.
You talk about energy and effort a lot. Do you see that in practice? Sometimes I'm just guessing. If you say it over and over and over, have you had issues trying to get that through to them during practice because you mentioned it so much?
Well, what's been so great for our team, and we were able to talk to them, it's just rarely an effort or energy problem for us. We've had a couple games where we, just kind of missed the mark from that standpoint. And, against good teams in the SEC, you are going to lose those games. But generally for us, our players have been able to do that since June, come in with good attitudes, and I think it speaks to their character and how much they want to win, their competitiveness. So I would not be honest with you if it's not a challenge, for these players. They have to bring it in practice and in games. And so what we try to do this time of the year is keep it short. Keep it shorter, keep it, focused in on what's necessary to prepare. But, we've been so fortunate to have a great group that's worked really hard this year, and their energy and their effort's been very consistent.
And do you talk at all this time of year about NCAA tournament seeding, or is that something if you play the way you feel like you're capable of playing, all that will take care of itself?
Well, I think we learned a lot from last year, and we, had such a great run, and then we had a young, inexperienced team, and then we had veterans who had never experienced anything but the NCAA tournament, and I made some assumptions last year that were incorrect, and we didn't really have a good grasp on what needed to happen, as a coach, sometimes you're trying to not put any undue pressure on them by saying, hey, we have to win this game. This is a must win. And that was sort of my thought process. If we could just take care of business, as you just said, we'd be all right. But we found out that last year we just didn't really have a good understanding of what needed to happen. So this season, what we did before the conference started, I just tried to break that down for them. Like, this is what, historically will, 6 wins, a couple of teams have gotten in maybe, but not very many. And 7 wins, you are improving, and 8 wins, pretty much everybody's gotten in. So we just kind of broke it down historically, and 13 or 14 will get you in the hunt for the championship, and only a few have gone 16-0. So we did try to have that education before the conference started, and so they're really smart people and great students, and so I think everybody's clear on what's going on. I think it's a little early right now to start talking about seeds, or we need to win more games so we can make sure we're in. But we've got a lot to play for along those lines, and I find the easiest way, it's very boring to talk about, but the easiest way as a coach is just really put everything you can into Sunday, and things will take care of themselves. So we're certainly in a better spot than we were last year, but we are not in any kind of spot where we can start thinking about those things down the road. So we're going to really try to focus in on beating Arkansas Sunday, and the way we can do that is work really hard today.
What was that event like for Macy back home in Bell County this week?
Well, it was a fantastic event. She was very appreciative of everybody that came out. She and I talked about it yesterday. It was a real special time for her. I think Macy's a real special person, and our connection to the university's connection to the mountains, and especially the basketball programs here, is really unique. And anytime that I drove over there to recruit her or to watch her play, or there's a UK flag in everybody's on everybody's house, and it's just a really special place. And I know everyone's real proud of her, of what she's done. And she's come here and turned into one of the best players in the SEC, and she's on the list for one of the best players in the country. So she's had a remarkable impact on our program. She's a true competitor. She wants to win, but I think all of that is heightened by the love she has for Kentucky, and the love she has for putting on that uniform. And people love her all over the state, but really where she's from, I thought it was really important to connect those Macy to the people who supported her and who were so proud of her. So it was a great event. Appreciate all the hard work it took to pull that together, and we certainly appreciated all the support and love shown to Macy and to our entire basketball program, because that's what we wanted Macy to go over and make sure she expressed how appreciative we are of the support we get. And so we're asking and wanting a really big crowd to come out and honor these seniors as they come down the stretch.
When you were recruiting Macy, did you look at your crystal ball and say 3 years from now she is going to be lights out from here, knowing what you knew 4 years ago? Did the prediction come true, or even exceed it?
Well, listen, I always had a lot of confidence in her that she'd be a very good player. You just rarely know how it's going to turn out. They have to come here, and you really have to spend some time with them before you can make those kind of predictions, because you can be a recruiting service can say you're a certain number in the country, and that doesn't always translate into what you actually become. And so you have to factor in how hard is the player going to work, how tough is she, how resilient is she. Macy just really has improved in just every facet. She's just really embraced improvement. She's embraced development, and she's worked hard. And we can create the environment, but we can't do the work. And so you have to give her all the credit in the world for just getting here and working herself into this position. So, was so happy when she decided to come here, had a lot of confidence that she'd have a great career here, but there's never anything guaranteed. And so, I hope everybody's going to come here and reach their potential. And I think Macy has done that and probably then some.
Yes, Coach, previously it's been expressed that rebounding was one of those areas for needs of improvement. Specifically on player Ogechi, how can she contribute to the Cats in that way?
Well, Ogechi's a big part of our success on the board. She is a very physical player and has a lot of strength, and she has great timing. And so she is a very strong rebounder. She got knocked down a little bit by the flu, and that set her back just a little bit. But she has looked very good in practice, and I think she's regained her strength. And so her physicality really is something that adds to our team. And she just has tremendous timing and strength and tenacity on the boards, where she can go in and compete with some players that maybe are a little bit taller than her, but her timing is so good and her strength is so good, and she's able to be so physical that she makes a big difference. And when a lot of times you'll notice when she gets a rebound, it's really tough in there, and she goes at it with a lot of physicality that we need on this team.
Anything else?
Ryan's got another NCAA Freshman of the Week honor this week. As she's gone through her first year, is there an aspect of her game that has grown or improved that excites you the most?
Yeah, she's getting better. She's started to gain more confidence in taking the ball to the basket. She's just been such a fantastic perimeter shooter and passer and rebounder. Was not as comfortable getting to the basket, and so in the last few games, yesterday in practice, she made a tremendous move, and that's going to be important because she needs to have that complete game and the ability to score in all the three, the mid range, and the getting the ball to the basket. So she's improving. I think her defense has improved. I just think that the experience helps so much, and I think she realizes how hard she has to play to really make the full impact she can make. And so very excited about her improvement.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank y'all.